though it is set in the 24th century, Star Trek has long been considered an accurate mirror reflecting society in this century. And in that mirror, the changing role of women in the real world has been a significant part of the Star Trek legacy.
She does a good job, all right. It's just that I can't get used to having a woman on the bridge.
As a matter of fact, when 1, 2, and 3 in command went off the ship, they would have a male ensign take over the ship before they had who was a lieutenant at the time.
Marina Sirtis played the ship's counselor.
She is the only person who really ever tells the captain off, who has the freedom to walk into his ready room and say, hey, sit down and just listen to what the deal is right now.
Mila, you listen to me. You're primitive, wild, warlike, aggressive, and tempestuous, and bad-tempered too. Yes.
Of course, with hindsight, I'm thinking, yeah, give her an IQ, give her a decent argument, give her, put luscious dialogue in her mouth.
With shows and with art, they represent life, they reflect life and society, and I think if you're looking at shows from like 30, 40, 50 years ago, now, in terms of programming and in terms of this show, the very fact that assistants are not called assistants anymore, they're called companions, means that people behind the show and the franchise were mindful of that. Yes, the main companions are always female, but increasingly they're equals to the Doctor. They're there to challenge him.
This is not how we roll, and you know it. What's happened to you, Doctor? When did killing someone become an option? See, this is what happens when you travel alone for too long. Well, listen to me, Doctor. We can't be like him. We have to be better than him.
You know, to that respect, I think you're looking at a timeline, and there would have been a shift.
Carrie, of course, is starring in Star Wars, and this is your first starring role in movies.
Yes.
And the critics say it's going to be the movie of the year, Carrie. How do you feel?
I hope so.
Did that come as a surprise?
Well, it's a little premature to say, but...
I was looking for a princess who was young, teenager-like. So it was finding somebody who could hold her own against strong actors, and still be the princess that she needed to be, and be the authority figure that she needed to be, and make it believable. And she was able to do that.
These stories give people strength, and I've heard it from a number of people, and I've felt it myself, and it's not just women, it's men, and I think there is something particular about a female protagonist that allows a man to identify with her, that opens up something that he might, an aspect of himself, he might be unable to express, hopes and desires he might be uncomfortable expressing through a male identification.
The girls nowadays really have it good. They write fantastically well for them. They're given proper three-dimensional characters to play, and they have a wonderful time.
It makes perfect sense that one day a woman will sit here where she belongs, in the captain's chair. Aboard the Starship Enterprise, this is Majel Barrett for Entertainment Tonight.